Welcome to the Funky Latina podcast, where community, culture, and music collide. I'm your host, Elisa, the Funky Latina. We'll discuss what I'm listening to, events you can't miss, and your new favorite Latin indie artists. Press play and let's get into it. What's up, everybody? I'm Elisa, the Funky Latina, and welcome to the Funky Latina podcast. Duh. It's been a while. I've missed you so much, and so much has happened since our last episode, but don't worry. I'm here to catch you up. We crowned the Funky Latina of the Year. Shout out to Vanita Leo. We love her. She's our hot Cheeto mommy. We hosted the Funky Latina Music Festival, which was a huge success. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the episode. And I went to Italy. I went to Milan for a concert. I also went to my first international music festival. That's going to be a separate episode. And more recently, I was in New York City for a very special screening of Street Smart, Lessons from a TV Icon. I'm an executive producer on that. Latina Power, okay? So yeah, that has been really fun. We are halfway through the summer. We're also halfway through the year, but we're not going to talk about that right now. And there is so much going on in music. There is so much going on in Phoenix because we are a music city, okay? And I am here to introduce you to your new favorite artists. I'm here to talk to you about events that are going on in Phoenix, in the Southwest, that you're probably gonna love if you're a music lover, and also share the journey of the Funky Latina. Like, we have a lot going on over here. We are planning music events. We're already thinking about the next Funky Latina Fest, and I am really on a mission to become your favorite music content creator, your favorite Latina music content creator. So that's what we're going to be talking about on this podcast. And I'm really excited. I'm so glad you guys are here. I missed you so much. So before we move forward, we got to go back, and I want to talk about the Funky Latina Music Festival. For those of you that didn't come, I'm sorry to this man, but for those of you that were there, you know how exciting it was, how much fun it was. There's just so many details. We got to get into it. So press play and let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to the Funky Latina podcast. I'm your host, Elisa, the Funky Latina. So let's talk about the Funky Latina Fest. As I said, before we go forward, we got to go back, and we spent almost a year planning the Funky Latina Music Festival for like 6 hours of fun. So it takes a long time to plan, and it's worth it. It's worth every second. I do it again. Like, you guys are the ones that make it so much fun, so important, so special. So first of all, I just want to give a big thank you to all the people who showed up to the Funky Latina Fest, who showed up early. We're going to get into that. And who showed out on the dance floor, on the stage, through the activations, through the sponsorship show. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for making the 5th annual Funky Latina Fest, Arizona's only Latin indie music festival, so special. One of the highlights of the festival was before the doors even opened. So doors were at 7 p.m. At 6:30, we had people lined up. It was maybe like 30-40 people were in a line. I took a video of it, and I couldn't believe it. That was the first time we've ever had people arrive before doors. So once I saw that, like, I was already confident, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be even better than last year because the people are already here. When the doors opened at 7, Vinyl Vagos took over. And so Vinyl Vagos are a DJ duo here in Phoenix, Arizona. They spin all vinyl, cumbia leaning, norteño leaning, Mexicano music. But they also do a little bit of everything. And at the Funky Latina Fest, they opened the show. And this was actually the first time we've had a DJ not just open the show, but also play in between sets. So as somebody who's growing the festival and growing her business, like, that is a win. That's a really cool thing to have because we've never had that before. So, having people line up before the doors are opening, having live music throughout the entire festival in between sets from a DJ, that was really cool. And so, they were part of the lineup. So the lineup was so good. And I truly believe that every year it gets better and better. Like, it gets more they get more talented, they're more diverse, they're more fun. It is just so cool. And that's honestly is probably one of my favorite parts of the festival from the planning process, is curating the lineup. If I could find a job where that's all I did was curate a festival lineup, that would be amazing. But for now, we just be curating our own festivals and our own events, and it's still very fun. Oz opened up the live music section. He is a local artist from Mesa, Arizona, and he does like cumbia pop. From what I hear, he's gonna have some corridos coming out. So if you haven't checked him out, make sure you're following him. His cultural background is Mexican, and we loved having him. He was so amazing. After Oz, we had the Mannequins, who are a local indie surf punk Latino band. They're bilingual, and they came to slay. They brought the energy. Their performance was absolutely electric. Andy is the frontman of the Mannequins, and he had the freaking coolest like Western suit with the cowboy hat, the vaquero hat to match, the freaking rattlesnake boots. Like he was here to handle business, okay? And he tore the stage up. And I think what's cool about the festival in particular is that I don't think a lot of people would just go see an indie surf punk band on, you know, a weekend or in the middle of the week, and especially here in Phoenix. And so it's cool that we opened up the show with like a cumbia artist, and then we went straight into indie surf rock. And so like there really is something for everybody, all your primos, all your tias, all your tios at the Funky Latina Fest. So that was really cool to see the Mannequins. I've seen them perform. I love them. They're an incredibly talented local Phoenix band. So make sure you check them out and follow them on Instagram and listen to them. Stream their music, y'all. Stream these independent artists. So this is the first time we've done this at the Funky Latina Fest. We actually brought back a band that played 2 years ago. They played the Funky Latina Fest. Introverted Funk is a duo from Los Angeles, California. It's like electronic meets funk. Like if Tina Marie and Daft Punk had a baby, and then you throw in a little bit of disco. Like that was such a great performance. Like I'm literally reminiscing about how beautiful Vera, who is the front woman of Introverted Funk, was. Like beyond just being beautiful, in addition to that, like incredible vocals. Like she had us mesmerized. She killed it on stage, and the chemistry and the energy between her and PB, who is also I mean, look, they're right there. The energy between those two, absolutely insane. Like you could just feel it, and it was felt throughout the entire venue. Like people were dancing, people were grooving, people were so happy. Like that is just like one of the best things about live music, is how it brings people together, it connects us, and like for one night we get to forget about what's going on, just for a couple hours for one night, because we know what's going to happen in the morning. But for one night we get to just connect, be with each other, be with fellow music lovers, discover your new favorite artists at the Funky Latina Fest. So shout out to Introverted Funk. They, again, their performance was just so dreamy, so beautiful. Like I really felt like I was transported back into like the 1970s, from the style to their visuals to the music to the dancing. 10 out of 10 performance from me. Then we had our headliner, and I was so excited about Vanita Leo playing the Funky Latina Fest. I actually connected with her on Instagram maybe 4 or 5 years ago when she started singing, and she is a cumbia pop artist from San Antonio, Texas. She thought I lived in Texas, and she invited me to her EP release party. Obviously I couldn't go because I live in Arizona, but since then we just kind of became friends through Instagram, and I've always loved her music. And wow, like again, I'm thinking back to her performance, and I felt like I was in a music video. Her performance was so good, like dare I say comparable to Selena as far as like the energy. There is like a big difference when you go see somebody perform and then you hear them like on the radio, or like, you know, you're streaming their music. There's such a big difference, and it can sometimes be disconnected if the performer doesn't have that energy. And I promise you, the way Vanita Leo sounds on a recording is just how she sounds live, if not better, because you're not just hearing the music when she performs, you're feeling it. And it's really cool because I think she has a cousin in the band. Her dad also performs with her. Her dad is a like legendary cumbia singer. She has a tia who also sings cumbia. So music's in her blood. There's like no way she cannot be successful. And she also just has like a really cool style, a really cool look. Shout out to her stylist, because I've never not seen Vanita Leo serve. So I loved her. I mean, hello, she gave me this shirt. It says Hot Cheeto Mommy. I can't show you, but she signed it down here. And I'm so excited that she played the Funky Latina Fest, and very proud that her first debut performance in Arizona was at the Funky Latina Music Festival. So that was really cool. And that's something I'm really proud of because there's a lot of artists who may have never played in Arizona and their debut in Arizona is at the Funky Latina Fest. So that's something that is really special to me that I'm really proud of. And you know, it's all about the music discovery experience. Vanita Leo was our last live performance, and we moved from the studio to the Blue Room, which we turned into the Pink Room because it's the Funky Latina Fest. And we had Las Lloronas, who are a DJ duo from Phoenix. They spit a little bit of everything. I love that they have such a diverse range. So if you go to a Las Lloronas show, a lot of times they'll have theme nights, but for Funky Latina Fest, it was like heavy Latin, heavy pop, heavy R&B. Just a mixture of everything, a little bit of funk. Like I didn't have to really give them any guidance. I just told them like, these are the vibes I want, like make it fun, I want people to dance. I want people to be singing in English and Spanish, and they did their job because so many people stayed just to see them play. And this was like at already midnight. People are heading to the after party. So we had, 4-ish hours of live music. And then we closed out the night with a DJ set from Las Lloronas. Shout out to them. They're local. They're here in Phoenix. Make sure you follow them. I love any event that they DJ. Like for some reason, it's always super high energy. It's super fun, very inclusive. And that's the vibe that we want to bring to the festival. So thank you guys so much for playing at the Funky Latina Fest. We loved having you. So that's a bit of a recap on the live performers, but I want to get into the activations because there was a lot of Latin activity going on at the Funky Latina Fest. This year, I'm telling you, like, we really elevated. We've had activations before, but I feel like this year was even better because first 100 guests received a goodie bag. And this goodie bag, the Funky Latina don't play when it comes to a goodie bag / gift bag. Okay, they had it was presented in a cute pink lift bag with samples from Te Salud, hair care, coffee coupons, stickers. So that's the first thing you get when you walk in. You're greeted with your gift bag. And then there were some really cool activations. Shout out to Fairtrade Cafe. They were giving out cold brew and strawberry matcha. It was giving pink. It was super cute and super tasty. So that was cool. As soon as you walk in, you get a gift bag, you get a little drinky. Red Bull was also showing love because they gave out drinks to the first 25 people. They got to have the pink cumbia cocktail, which featured their pink Red Bull, which that was amazing. Like your girl loves pink and she loves Red Bull too. So that kept me going all night, but it was really cool. Like those kind of things made it feel like a real festival, a growing festival. And so I love being able to provide those kind of things to the fans because it makes it that much more fun. Like I'm asking y'all to come hang out with me for like 5-6 hours. The least I could do is keep you hydrated. We also had some pop-ups from Aliento, Adelante Healthcare, a really cute photo moment from AZ Cultural Coalition. Something that was really cool and new this year is Rising Ink pulled up. And so if you really wanted to commemorate the Funky Latina Fest, you could do that with a permanent tiny tattoo. So she made a really cute flash sheet with like music notes, disco balls you could pick. And people were getting the tattoos. Like that was really cool. And then if you didn't want to get a tattoo, but you still wanted to remember the night, we had Say Cheese photo booth, my favorite photo booth in Phoenix, capture the night with the cutest photos, the cutest props. Like it just like all came together. And if you enjoyed all those drinks, guess what? Lyft provided us a code to get you home safely. We were encouraging rideshare and it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. And I think one of the reasons it was so successful and it was so much fun and it was safe and successful and fun was because of you guys. Just every time I think about it, like I get excited because I'm like, man, that was so much fun. And then I get a little nervous because like, oh my gosh, we have to do this again. But to be honest, like what gives me confidence is like you guys are the ones that make this festival successful. You make it fun, you make it possible. And I think it's the kind of people that come to the show, the kind of people that come to the Funky Latina Fest, obviously are music lovers, obviously are kind, obviously are there for the same reason, to connect, to have fun, to enjoy the music. So big shout out to everyone who came out to the festival. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Shout out to all of our activations. And shout out to the talent who put on an incredible show. Shout out to me because, wait a second. Shout out to my mom who made my outfit and just my family, everyone. I love you guys. I love doing this festival. And And to be honest, this ain't easy, y'all. This is not easy. I'm already thinking about Funky Latina Fest 2027. And, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of time. It can be stressful. But, like, to be honest, the thing that gets me through that is getting messages from you guys. So many of you message me after the festival telling me, like, I had a good time, or thank you for putting this event together. Somebody at the event, he was like, I wish it was next year already so I could just experience this again. And so those words of encouragement, that's what keeps me going, y'all. So thank you so much. I'm so glad that the music festival means just as much to me as it does to you. Like, that makes me want to keep going. That makes me want to keep doing it. So just thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Like, this was a hard year for live events, for the music industry, for our community. It was such a tough year, and I definitely thought about quitting. I was like, do we really need to do this music festival, Funky Latina Fest again? And I was like, we do need it. We need it. It's important. It's fun. It's safe. It shows off the best parts of our community. So just thank you guys. Thank you for supporting it, buying your tickets early, sharing it on social media, and like sending me those really amazing messages about how much you loved the event and how you discovered your new favorite artist, because that's what makes this event special, what makes this music festival a one-of-one experience, and that's what makes me want to keep going. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you next year. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Funky Latina podcast. I'm your host, Elisa, the Funky Latina. I'm not gonna let you go without giving you something to listen to besides the podcast. You can go check out previous episodes, but I want to give you a song. This is what I've been listening to more recently. I'm so glad that Obed Padilla finally released his EP, Rodeo Clown. I've been following him for a while now. I discovered his music in 2020 when he released the song Through the Night. Through the Night is a lot more funky compared to his EP, Rodeo Clown. Obed Padilla describes the music that he's making as Mexicana, which is a blend of Americana, and Mexicana, which is really cool. I think it's important for us to define our own art, our own sound, because then it becomes ours and other people can't label us. So I think that's the perfect description. It's definitely different from when I first discovered him. But what I love about the EP in particular is that it's very cohesive. And I love when a EP or an album can take me on a journey. And this one definitely does that. I felt like in the very beginning of the album, I was like really sad and kind of grieving with him, but the grief doesn't last forever. And you see the light at the end of the tunnel as you make your way towards the end of the EP. So if you only listen to one song on the Rodeo Clown EP, my recommendation is Rainforest. This song in particular, it was so healing for me. I feel like it's like the motivational song you hear at the end of the movie when things work out. And he was definitely going through it on this EP. But what I think made the difference is that he wasn't going through it alone. And when you're going through anything, especially like something sad or traumatic or uncomfortable, to be able to go through it with somebody you love makes it a lot easier. And that's why I like the song Rainforest on Obed Padilla's Rodeo Clown EP. So check it out. Now that you guys have something to listen to, go run back these podcast episodes. Go listen to Obed Padilla's EP Rodeo Clown. And I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. Sending you lots, love, and funk.